In the previous class, we saw how to apply patch set.
Yeah.
So that will change the fourth digit, 10 to 05. 10 to, it was 10 to 01, and we made it to 10 to 05.
Okay.
And once the upgrade is completed, you'll get like this. The total upgrade time is 36 minutes. It took 36 minutes to perform the upgrade. And now, if you check it in select star from db underscore registry underscore history, you can see now something added into the db registry history. Before there were no rows. Now there are some rows, and it says upgrade has been done, and that is server, and it was upgraded to 10 to 05, upgraded from 10 to 01. Okay. And changing the fifth digit is nothing but applying the patch set update. What we saw is applying patch set. If you want to change the fifth digit, like 10 to 01.0 to 10 to 01.5, these called as PSU. So if you apply PSU 5, it will become 10 to 01.5. But if you apply PS4, patch set update, patch set 4, if you apply PS4, it will be 10 to 05. It will always be n minus 1. The patch set number will be always be n minus 1. But for patch set update, it will be same, equal to the fifth digit number. Okay.
Okay.
And difference between patch set and patch set update is, patch set update is nothing but it will have group of patches, or group of patches for the bugs encountered in the entire quarter. Patch set means it will add some extra features. Some new features will be added along with patches. And there'll be some one-off patches. These are patches for each and every bug. If Oracle, if anyone reports any error or any bug, then Oracle will release that one-off patch. So one-off patch will fix only one bug. Patch set update will fix group of patches. If you want some additional new features, you'll go for patch set. So these are the difference between the patches what we have: PSU, PS, and one-off patches. Now we will see major upgrade. That is upgrading from 10 to 05 to 11 to 01. So we'll see the major upgrade. This is nothing but we are changing the version itself. This is nothing but it is called as major upgrade. We are going from version 10 to 11. Okay, so we'll see how to upgrade that. And we already know in 11G, if you want to have ASM, we have to install grid infrastructure, correct or not?
Yeah.
So first we have to install grid infrastructure. For that, I created two mount points. One is slash grid and one is slash u01. So slash grid I'll be using to install grid infrastructure software. And remember, on this server I already have ASM and I already have database, and both are sitting under slash Oracle mount point. Now I'll be installing grid infrastructure in slash grid, and I'll be installing 11 to 03 RDBMS binaries. So grid infrastructure is for ASM and 11 to 03 RDBMS is for the database. So we have to move the entire setup from 10G to 11G. So for that grid infrastructure I'll be using slash grid, and for 11G RDBMS I'll be using slash u01. So let us go ahead and create those directories. So what I did was I added two disks, one of 10 GB and one of 8 GB, and then I formatted it. After that I stamped it with ext3 file system, and then I mounted it to slash grid and slash u01, and at the same time I updated the entries in slash etc slash fstab. If you remember, I already showed it to you.
Okay.
Now I'll be creating the home for, okay, I have to change the ownership first. So it is owned by root, so I have to change the ownership. ch1 minus capital R slash grid Oracle.
One step.
ch1 minus slash u01, and I'll be logging back as Oracle mkdir minus p u01 app Oracle product 11203 slash db1. Okay, 112.0 slash db1 mkdir minus p slash grid app Oracle product 1120 slash grid. So this will be my grid home and Oracle home, and I downloaded the software and I stored it under slash backup. Okay, so before doing that, I'll go ahead and delete some Oracle log files. I don't want all the Oracle log files. Maybe I'll not have sufficient space, so I'll go ahead and delete them. All these files are created as part of upgradation. Almost around 5 GB of redo log content has been created.
Okay.
Okay, done. So in the real time, if you want to do the upgrade, first, to be on the safe side, you'll take a full RMAN backup, such that if something happens during the backup or during the upgrade, then we'll restore it from the backup. So every time if you want to perform any upgrade or any patch it, if you are applying patch it 4, as a prerequisite, you have to take the full database backup to be on the safe side, because there are several situations in which upgradation fails. In that case, you have to be in a position to revert back your changes. So that is the reason why we have to take the full RMAN backup. So if someone asks you how to perform the upgrade, first step you have to say is, I'll be taking the full RMAN backup, and after that I'll be performing all the prerequisites, because the prerequisites for 10G and 11G will vary. So you have to check what are the new prerequisites for 11G, and then you have to fix them all. After that you have to start the installation. Okay. Now I'll not be taking the full RMAN backup. In the real time, I suggest you to take the backup. Now I have the files under, what happened? Okay, looks like I copied under slash home slash Oracle. Yeah. Yep. So I have Oracle 11G R2 and okay. Oh, నేను Oracle 11G R2 నే కాపీ చేసే గ్రిడ్ కాపీ చేయలేదు. ఒక్క 5 minutes అండి.
Oh.
So I have it in slash home slash Oracle. I have the grid folder in slash home Oracle. So let me go into that folder. CD grid. Okay, I have the run installer here, so I'll invoke the run installer. And before doing that, I have to shut down the database. Not required. We can just, okay, yeah. We have to shut down the database because the reason is, while we install the 11.203 software, we'll also upgrade the ASM. So as part of upgrading the ASM, it will bring down the ASM. So while it is trying to bring down the ASM, the database should be down. Otherwise, we cannot shut down the ASM. It will error out saying there are clients connected to the ASM instance. So let us go ahead and check it out. I'm setting the environment to ASM now, and I'll connect to ASM. If I do shut immediate, I'll not be able to shut down the ASM. The reason for that is already one of the RDBMS database is using this ASM instance. So we have to shut it down first. So exit dot env demo shut immediate. ASM, we don't need to shut it down. As part of the ASM upgradation, it will try to bring it down. So we don't need to worry about that one. Just we need to bring down the database.
Okay.
And if there is any listener running from that home, you also need to bring down that listener. That's it. Okay, now my RDBMS is down. Let me check, is there any other service running from Oracle? Okay, apart from ASM service, nothing is run. So I'm good here. I can go ahead and invoke the uninstaller. Okay, so let me change the permissions. 777 star dot slash run installer. And real time lo, we'll set up the VNC server and we'll connect to the server using VNC client and we'll invoke the graphical user interface. That I showed it to
Okay.
you, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you'll have several options. By default, it will go for upgrade grid infrastructure. The reason for that is while invoking uninstall itself, it identified ASM is installed on the server and ASM is present. So as a result, by default, it went to upgrade grid infrastructure. Otherwise, it would have been install grid infrastructure software by default. This one or this
Okay.
one. But now as it gone for this one, it's correct actually. We have to go for upgrade grid infrastructure. The reason for that is we already have the ASM, so we have to select this one, this option. So this will install the grid infrastructure software as well as it will upgrade the ASM. So just
Okay.
click on next. Existing ASM instance selected. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. English, next. Specify the password. Yes. Next. Yes. Okay. So my home will be grid app, Oracle product 11.2.0 grid,
Mm.
and this will be grid app Oracle, will be my base. Click on next. Home is outside, or should you want to continue? Just click on yes and go ahead. Okay. So as I said, for each and every version, there will be different set of parameters. So some of the kernel parameters value should be different here. Uh, so I have to go for fix and check again.
Okay.
And oh, we should run it as root. Okay, it's done. Now just click on OK. And these RPMs are not required in 11G. libio, Unix ODBC and Unix ODBC Devil. But these RPMs are required for 11G version. So we also have to install these RPMs. So let me copy the RPMs. It may take just 30 seconds. Okay, RPMs are here. I'll copy it onto slash Oracle. Copy. Okay. Just have to install libio Unix ODBC Devil. So cd slash home slash Oracle. And you always need to install RPMs as root.
Okay. ఈ అప్డేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు సిస్టమ్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్స్ కూడా ఉంటారండి?
యా ఉంటారు.
ఓకే.
వాళ్ళు ఉంటేనే వర్క్ అవుతుంది. సో
అదే రూట్ వాళ్ళే రన్ చేయాలి కదా, మనకు ఉండదు కదా యాక్సెస్.
యా వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు. యా ఎవ్రీవన్ విల్ బి ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్. అంటే మొత్తం అప్గ్రేడేషన్ లో అప్లికేషన్ టీమ్ ఉంటుంది, డీబీఎస్ ఉంటారు, సిస్టమ్ అడ్మిన్, మొత్తం అందరూ వర్క్ చేస్తారు.
ఓకే.
So it has several dependencies in order to install these RPMs. So I have all the dependencies in this folder. So I'll just go for RPM minus IVH star. It will automatically install all the RPMs which are required. If the RPMs are existing, it will just set out saying it's already installed. So
Okay.
okay. I'll do one. I'll go for UVH then. RPM minus Q8 by grep Unix DBC. Okay, I have to install it again. RPM minus IVH Unix ODBC star. Okay. Okay. Now I'll again click on check again. Okay, libio-double should be installed. So RPM minus IVH libio. Okay, it's done. Just click on check again. And RAM and SAP size you can ignore. In the real time, of course, you'll configure high RAM and high. In the real time, of course, you'll configure the RAM on the higher side and SWAP on the higher side, so you'll not get these errors. So for now, I'll
Okay.
just click on ignore all and click on next. Yeah. So here, if you see here, on the bottom it says migrate ASM true. That means it's gonna migrate the ASM from 10G home to 11G home.
Okay.
We selected the upgrade option, so that is the reason why it is also migrating the ASM. Click on finish. So installation is almost done. It is asking to run this root upgrade. So root upgrade will migrate the ASM from 10G to 11G. Run the script on the, okay. That's it. So I'll just run it as root user. You just press enter and you have to go for run because it is the files are already existing, so you don't want to replace them. So this will upgrade the ASM and also it will update the entries in etc Aura tab because it has to update the Oracle home for the ASM. Now the ASM home will be grid app Oracle product 11.2 grid. So it will update that home in etc Aura tab also. So first it is stopping the CSSD which is running on 10G. Now it will start the high availability service from grid infrastructure and then it will start the cluster synchronization service. Okay. Now it brought up high availability services from 11G. ఒక్కటి డిబిఎల్లో ఇనీషియల్ గా ఇలాంటి సెటప్స్ ఇలాంటివి ఉన్నప్పుడు మీకు కష్టం అనిపిస్తుంది కానీ ఒకసారి చేస్తే అన్ని అదేలాగా ఉంటాయి.
అదేనండి. ఇది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. నార్మల్ చేశాను నేను, ఇప్పుడు కొంచెం పర్లేదు, కంఫర్ట్ గానే ఉంది.
ఓకే. యా జస్ట్ ఇనీషియల్ గా మీకు అంటే నేను చెప్తున్నప్పుడు కానీ మీరు చూస్తే కానీ కొంచెం టఫ్ అనిపిస్తుంది కానీ ఒక 2-3 టైమ్స్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే ఇంకా అదే ఉంటది కాబట్టి మీకు అంత ఇష్యూస్ ఉండవు.
ఆర్మీ మీరు చెప్పినప్పుడు కొంచెం భయం వేసింది, మళ్ళీ తర్వాత నేను ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశాను, పర్లేదు, ఇప్పుడు కొంచెం కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ వచ్చింది అనమాట.
ఓకే ఓకే.
అదొకటి ఏఎస్ఎం కూడా కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ గా మీరు చెప్పినప్పుడు ఒకసారి అదే ఇంకా మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే అది బాగానే ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఇంకా రొటీన్ గా అవే ఉంటాయి కదా ఆల్మోస్ట్.
యా ఆల్మోస్ట్ అవే ఉంటాయి కానీ ఇష్యూస్ కొత్త కొత్తగా ఉంటాయి.
అదే.
Okay, it's done. Just click on OK.
మాకు ఎక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే యాక్చువల్ గా మా బాస్ కూడా డెవలపర్ అనమాట.
ఓకే.
సో ఎస్టిమేషన్స్ అన్ని ఆయనే చెప్తాడు అనమాట, క్లియర్ గా అన్ని తెలుస్తాయి ఆయనకి.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే.
మనం ఇంకా స్కిప్ చేయడానికి కుదరదు, ఇంకా డెడ్ లైన్స్ అట్లా కంపల్సరీ అవుతా ఉంటాయి అనమాట. అలా
ఓకే
మనం ఆఫీస్ వేరే పనులు చేయడానికి అట్లా ఏం కుదరదు అనమాట. పోయిన కాడ నుంచి ఇంక సాయంత్రం వరకు ఇంకా ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఇంకా అదే ఇంకా బయటకి ఇంకా మెయిల్స్ కూడా తక్కువ ఓపెన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం ఇంకా.
It's done. The ASM is upgraded and it will be running from 11G home. So these will perform an upgrade of ASM ps-cf grep pmon. Okay, I have the ASM up and running, and if you do ps-cf grep/grid, so it is running from /grid home. So Oracle have availability services and cluster synchronization service daemon. And after that, in 11G listener is must. In 10G you may have listener or not, but in 11G you should have the listener, and that listener is running from grid home. You already know if you have ASM, listener should be running from the ASM side, not from the RDBMS. Okay, now we have to upgrade RDBMS software. RDBMS is pointing to 10G, we have to make it point to 11G. Okay, so we'll upgrade the 11G software 11 to 3 first. So first, to perform that, just we'll install the 11.203 software, and after that we'll upgrade the database. So first I'll go ahead and install the 11.203 software. Slash backup. And if you look in etc tab, as I said, this agent home will be so plus ASM 11202. So it will automatically upgrade this entry also. Now just click on next. No, click on yes. Here you'll have create and configure database, install database software only, upgrade an existing database. Of course we have to go for upgrade an existing database, but first we'll install 11.203 software and then we'll upgrade it using DBUA utility.
Okay.
Single database installation, click on next, next, enterprise edition, next. Yeah, my home will be U01 APP Oracle, U01 APP Oracle product 11.2.0 and it will be DB1. I'm going for a separate mount point such that after the successful upgradation I can go ahead and remove those mount points and I can drop those disks, which is slash Oracle.
Okay.
Next, next. Okay, just click on finish. Done with the installation, we have to execute the root script. నాకు చేసిన భయ్యా. Okay, the installation is done. We have to upgrade the database. So this will be the last step for our upgradation. And to upgrade the database, these are the important steps. For going for 10.201 to 10.205, we just invoke the DBUA. As DBUA is part of 10.2.0 home, when we install 10.205 binaries, it actually went to 10.2.0 home. It just upgraded the existing binaries to 10.205. But this time we have the RDBMS software in 11.2.0 home. So that means we have to invoke DBUA from 11.2.0 home. And also we have to copy the parameter file from 11.2.0 home to 10G home to 11G home. So see the steps how we have to do the major upgrade. Yeah. So first I'll set the environment to 10G home. Here I have a parameter file in demo.ora. So probably this is not my init file. I mean, like, yeah, I need to have this init file, and I have to copy this file to 11g home. The reason I have to copy this init file is init file I will have what will the init file will have? It will have a pointer which will point to SP file which is present in ASM. As it is present in ASM, we doesn't need to copy the SP file itself, because we just need to copy this init demo.ora from 10g to 11g home, such that whenever we are starting the database from 11g home, it will look into this P file and it will open the SP file which is present in the ASM. As ASM is already upgraded, and it will be the same storage disk which will be for 10g and 11g. So just we have to copy this init demo.ora. So I'll be copying init demo.ora to my 11g home. U01 app oracle product 1120 slash db1. And apart from this, U01 app oracle product. In the real time, we have to copy the listener file as well as TNS names file, because listener and TNS names files will be present in the Oracle home. So we have to copy this files from 10g home to 11g home. Now I don't have any TNS names and listener.ora. I just have to copy this P file, and also in the real time you have to copy the password file. So let me copy the password file too. Ora pw demo. So once we copy password file, parameter file, TNS names and listener.ora, we have to set the environment to 11g .ora-env. But before doing that, okay, we have to, let me show you. We have to start up the database from 10g home. Say I'm connected to 10.205. So I'll be starting the database from 10g home. Startup. So this is possible. If you have the ASM on 11g release 2, you can have the database on 10.205. You'll not have any issues. Okay. So 11g home and 10g RDBMS will work. You'll not have any issues. Let me log in as Oracle. .specify env demo plus ASM SQL plus slash SSDB. My ASM is running on 11g home 11201 and ASM CMD okay LSDG. I have the disk groups here, so I'm good with ASM. I also start the database from 10g home. After that, you will have a folder called as, you will have a script called as utl star.sql. Yeah. So utlu 112i.sql. So each and every version will have this utility. It is 11.2. This utility, this software, this RDMS software is 11g R2. So that is the reason why it is named as utlu 112i.sql. 112 means 11g release 2. So if you are going for 12c in the future, you may have the file as utlu 12ci.sql. So first you have to run this script. Starting the database in 10g, you have to run this script. This script will give you what are the required prerequisites for 11g database and what are the changes you have to make in order to successfully upgrade the database from 10g to 11g. So this script you have to run it from 11g home. The database is running from 10g home. You have to run the script which is present in 11G home. So copy this path and we have to run utlu 112i.sql. So this will show you the prerequisites which are required in order to successfully upgrade the database from 10G to 11G. So it will compare the basic what we have on 10G and it will show you the recommendations. This is very important. You have to run the script which will let you know what are the changes needs to be performed. It will take some time. Okay. Okay, make adjustments in the current environment. System table space is adequate for the upgrade, so we are good. And auto extend additional required space, we are good. Undo table space is adequate. So just we have to check. These are adequate, so we are good. If we don't have sufficient space in the system table space, it would have been said you have to resize the system table space or you have to resize undo table space. But right now we are good with the amount of spaces what we have left on the each and every table space. Next. Warning, Java pool size needs to be increased to at least 64 MB. Okay, so Java pool size needs to be set to 64 MB. This is one of the requirement. Next, here no changes are required. And after that, background test, user test, and code dump test, all this will point to one directory in 11G. So that's what it is saying now. It has been deprecated and it will be replaced by diagnostic test parameter. And after that, it will show you what are the valid components and what are the invalid components. So the following database components will be upgraded or installed. So all this will be upgraded. So you don't need to worry about them. Here warning, database is using the time zone file older than the version 11. It is recommended that dbms underscore dst package be used to upgrade 10.205 database time zone version to the latest. This doesn't matter. This is a warning, so you can avoid it. And also, yeah, this also you can avoid it actually. The stats is nothing but whenever you're trying to execute any query against Oracle database, based upon some stats, it will decide whether the object needs to be accessed via an index or it has to go for a full table access. So that will be based upon the stats that you'll know in the performance tuning class. And these stats are still, but that doesn't matter. Just we can continue actually. Everything we are good. ఏమైనా రికమెండేషన్స్ ఉంటే ఇక్కడ చెప్పేసేది వాట్ if there are any errors. Everything looks good, so we can just go ahead and upgrade the database. So we have to shed the database which is running in 10G. Now I have to set the home to 11G. I have to start the database from 11G home slash u01 app oracle product 1120 db1 export path equal to, okay, so see here carefully, echo $path. Here in the path variable, I have Oracle 10G bin folder. So I don't want this one. So while doing an export for path, I don't want to use the export path equal to $path, because $path will give me the existing value, which will include the 10G home also. I don't want that. So I'll just copy these entries. I want SQL Plus to run from 11G home. So that is the reason why I'm setting the path to 11G home. Let me know if you have any questions here. Slash bin. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ? Okay, so I set the environment to 11G. I'll invoke SQL Plus, which will okay. So 11 to home. It is connected to 11 to home, and it says connected to idle instance. Now I'll issue startup. So what it will say is like could not open the parameter file 11 to db1 dbms init demo.ora. Didn't we copy the file? Let us check. Where did I copy it then? U01 app Oracle product. Oh, I copied to db1. So let me copy it from db1 to dbs. cp init demo.ora or a pw. dbs slash. Okay. Init. Or a pw demo. Okay. Now I have the files under dbs folder. So after that, we have to connect to SQL Plus slash sysdba. We have to start up the database using startup upgrade, and then uh, we have to run cat upgrade.sql from 11G home, like the way we did it for 10.2. As we already did this one, this is the manual approach. Okay, in the manual approach, we'll copy the parameter file, password file, listener, and TNS names from 10G to 11G. After that, we'll set the environment to 11G home. We'll start the database using startup upgrade option, and we will run cat upgrade.sql to upgrade the database from 10G to 11G. This is the manual approach, and we already saw starting the database in upgrade mode, and start the database in upgrade mode and do executing cat upgrade.sql. So this time I'll use the dbua utility. Instead, I'll use the dbua utility this time. So if you are using dbua utility, you don't need to copy this password file and parameter file. You can just remove them. Just to show you the manual approach, I copied them. Okay. Now let me set the environment to 10G demo. Now SQL Plus slash sysdba. Now it is started from 10 to home. I'll issue startup now. So if you are going for a manual approach, you need to shut down the database in 10G, and you need to start up the database from 11G in upgrade mode. If you are using dbua utility, the database will be up and running from 10G home. And now I will go to 11G. Okay, I'll just do pwd. I'm present in 11G home, cd dot dot. Here under bin folder, I'll have a folder called, I'll have executable called as dbua. This will be used to upgrade the database from 10G to 11G. So /dbua. Okay. So steps you through upgrading your database to Oracle database 11G2. So that's what we want. Click on next. Yeah. So it will show you the existing running database, which is demo, and this is my Oracle home. Now just select this one and click on next. This will upgrade the database from 10G to 11G. Next. While doing, it will copy the password file, parameter file, TNS name, seasonal, everything from 10G home to 11G. Oracle recommendation: following issues be resolved in the Oracle database demo before you start. Database contains schema which object depends on network package. Okay, database is using an old time zone. Database sale optimize. Okay, these same as the UTLU 112i.sql what we executed. It is showing the same information. That is okay. We'll just go with the upgrade option. Just click on S. Okay. So while performing the upgrade, it will generate lot of redo. So if you want to disable the archive log mode for momentarily, you can disable that. So I'll go ahead and disable this archive log mode during the upgradation because I may not have sufficient space under slash backup. So I don't want the mount point to be filled and the database to be hung and my upgradation to be unsuccessful. So I'll be turning off the archiving mode. In the real time, you may not turn off the archive mode, but now I'm just turning it off and then click on next. Here, do not move data files as part of migration. That is correct because the reason is the files are present under ASM. So automatic simplifies the database is to use this option. ASM should exist with configured disk group if ASM. Okay, we are not moving the data files. Data files are already present in ASM. Just click on next. Okay. Flash recovery area with slash backup, that is correct. And diagnostic desk Oracle app Oracle, that is also correct. Just click on next. Yeah, just uncheck these options. Click on next. Click on finish. This will take some time and it will finish the upgradation. So this is how we'll upgrade the whole setup from 10G to 11G. Okay, any questions here? If you are using DBUA, you don't need to copy password file. If you are using manual approach, you have to copy the password file and parameter file, and you need to run cat upgrade.sql. The last thing is I'll show you how to apply one-off patch. I showed you how to apply patch set. I showed you how to do a major release upgrade. Now I'll show you how to apply one-off patch. So one-off patch, it will be smaller in size. So if you look at this patch, it is around like 65 KB. So usually the one-off patch will be smaller in size because it is related to only one bug. So let me unzip the file first. Okay, done. So this is my patch number. Just I'll search this patch number in Oracle site. I'll get some real. అండ్ వాళ్ళ దగ్గర స్టేట్మెంట్ తీసుకున్నాడు కదా, సతీష్ రెడ్డి వాళ్ళ అన్న దగ్గర స్టేట్మెంట్ తీసుకున్నారు కదా. యాక్చువల్గా ఏంటంటే మామూలుగా అన్నయ్య ఇంటి ఎదురుగానే కదా, మామూలుగా వెళ్ళి మాట్లాడినప్పుడు స్పై క్యామ్ తో తీసిందంట రికార్డ్. స్పై క్యామ్ తో రికార్డ్ చేసింది. ఈ ఆర్టికల్ వేస్తున్నామని చెప్పేసి వాళ్ళ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి తీసుకోలేదు. మామూలుగా రెగ్యులర్ గా మాట్లాడినప్పుడు ఏదైతే చెప్తారో అది రికార్డ్ చేసి పబ్లిష్ చేశారు. ఉమ్, ఉమ్. అందుకే ఇవన్నీ మరి. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ there'll be a site, Oracle support site. So to go into that site, the URL will be support.oracle.com. So if you have any issues with the Oracle product, you'll go into the site and you'll check for that errors. So for each and every error, you'll get some documentation. So the moment you join into the company, you'll get some username and password. So each and every company will buy the software from Oracle site, and also they will have an account with Oracle site. So in order to check those errors, and also in order to raise a ticket, like the way if developers have any problem with the Oracle database, they'll open a ticket to the DBA team. In a similar way, as a DBS, if we have any problem with the Oracle software, we can also open a ticket with Oracle site. So even to open a ticket with Oracle, we need to log in to the Oracle support. So here, these are the home page of Oracle support looks like, and if any of your team member opened any tickets, it will be under this window. So it will show you the ticket number, what is the status of the ticket, and what is the update from the Oracle site. Now if you want to search for any patch or any bug, you can just search it on the knowledge base. So on the top right side, you will have a search knowledge base. Just paste this patch number and enter. Okay, so you'll get the patch details here. This is one of the patch which was released for this bug, and if you want to know what that bug is, just click on this one. Oh, ఏదో యాక్చువల్గా ఏదో మెయింటెనెన్స్ అవుతుంది అనుకుంటా ఆర్కిల్ సైట్లో. యూజువల్గా ఆ బగ్ మీద మీరు క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వస్తుంది అనమాట.
ఓకే,
yeah, it's not working actually. Maybe there is some maintenance. So usually here you'll get what is the bug, what is the error, and what you have to do. So you'll download the patch. To download the patch, you'll go to again Oracle support site. Here under patches and updates tab, there is a tab called as patches and updates. Click on this one, and if you know the patch number, just paste the patch number here, and then platform, select it as Linux, because if you are working on Linux platform, select it as Linux. If you are working on something else, select that platform. So now I'll select x86 32-bit. x86 is for RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. And then I'll click on search button. This will show me the patch. Click on this one here, and you can click on download. This will download the you can download the patch. I have the patch downloaded. Unzip the file, and this is my patch. So you have to go into that folder. Okay, for each and every patch you will have readme.txt. In readme.txt you will have clear instructions on how to install the patch. So Each and every patch will have different types of requirements, so you have to go through readme.txt. Okay. So in the readme.txt also it will show you the bugs which are fixed, and at the bottom it will show you how to apply the patch. So unzip the file, that's what I did now, and after that it is saying we need to shut down the databases which are running on Oracle Home. We already shut down the databases, so we are good with this step. After that, we need to issue the command opatch space apply. Opatch space apply will apply this patch. So you need to go into the patch folder, which is cd space 1010125, and after that you have to issue this command opatch space apply. This will apply the patch. Okay, so in readme.txt you will have a clear instructions on how to apply the patch. Now let us check whether any services are running from Oracle Home. ps-ef grep/oracle. So nothing is running from Oracle Home. Now if I do ps-ef grep/grid, nothing is running here also. cat/etc/orata. Okay, looks like there is nothing here. Only one database is running and the database is shut down. So we are good. Now after that, do which space opatch, because I need to check whether the opatch is available in the path variable or not. So the opatch is not available in the path variable. Now if you want to include that into the path variable, opatch will be present in Oracle Home. Okay, let me set the environment to dev first. Dot space or env dev. Come on. Okay, which space opatch. Okay, there is no opatch yet. So opatch will be present in $oracle_home /op capital ATCH. This is the folder where you will have the opatch utility. After this folder, you have the executable opatch. So you need to include this path into the path variable. So to the existing path variable, I'll be appending this variable. Export path equal to $path colon. Any questions here?
No.
Now if I do which space opatch, I'll have the opatch. And next, in the real time, if you want to check whether what are the patches you applied, using opatch utility, you can also check what are the patches applied on this server. So in order to get that information, the command will be opatch space apply. Opatch space ls inventory. This will show you what are the patches applied on this database or on this RDBMS software. Opatch space ls inventory is a command. Okay, if you see here, there are no patches installed. If you install any patches, it will be listed under this one. There are one product which is Oracle Home, but there are no interim patches installed in the Oracle Home. Now we'll apply the patch first and then we'll open the ls inventory again. So to apply the patch, make sure you are under the patch folder, and also you have to check Oracle Home. Okay, my Oracle Home is pointing to RDBMS Home. That is good, and that's it. That is the only one you have to check. You have to check the Oracle Home is pointing to RDBMS Home. In the real time, you will have ASM. So by mistake, you set the environment to ASM Home and you try to apply the patch, everything will be gone. I mean, like, this patch is related to RDBMS. It's not related to ASM.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to make sure you set the home properly. And after that, we'll be issuing the command opatch space apply. So to apply one-off patches and PSUs, we'll be using opatch utility. To go for patch set, we'll be using run installer, because it will be some added new features will be added. So you have to go for run installer. For patch set update and one-off patches, we'll be going for opatch. So opatch apply will apply the patch. It will take like 10 to 20 seconds. Okay, it's done. Opatch is applied. Patch is applied. Now if I do opatch ls inventory, now I have this patch listed in interim patches. So each time if you want to check what are the patches applied, you'll be using opatch utility and ls inventory is the option.
Okay.
Now you can safely set the environment to dev and start up the database. That's it. Okay, that bug will be fixed.
Okay.
And if you want to open any ticket with Oracle site, you have to click on Service Request tab and click on Create SR. Then you will have like what is the error you are getting, what is the description of the error, and what is your Oracle software, and on which Linux platform you are working on. And after that it will open a ticket with Oracle. And they will give you some updates. You can check those updates and again you can reply back to the Oracle.
Okay.
Okay. %. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి ఇప్పటిదాకా?
ఏం లేదన్నా.
ఓకే, లాస్ట్
అర్థమవుతుంది బాగానే.
యా,
ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసేటప్పుడు డౌట్స్ వస్తాయి. ఇంకా చెప్పేటప్పుడు బాగానే అర్థమవుతుంది అంతా.
ఇంకొక టాపిక్ ఉందండి. టాపిక్ ఏంటంటే till now we saw the databases running on local file system, and that server was prod server, I guess. In the prod server there is database which is running on local file system, and after that in the prod server itself we installed grid infrastructure and we also configured ASM. We have two disk groups on this server. This was when I was telling you about ASM on 11G. Now how to convert this database from local file system to ASM. So we'll see how to move the files from local file system to ASM. On this server we just installed grid infrastructure and we created the disk groups, but still the database is present in the local file system.
Okay.
So how to move the files from local to ASM. This is the last topic. ప్రాడ్ లో చేసామా టెస్ట్ లో చేసామా ఐడియా ఉందండి? టెస్ట్ అనుకుంటా.
టెస్ట్ అండి. ప్రాడ్ లో మనం
టెస్ట్. యా, so in the resume if you have any entry saying that migrate the databases from non-ASM to ASM, that is what this one. Automatically all the resources will be coming up. That is one of the feature of 11J. Okay, yeah. If you see here the disk groups are in offline state. So that means the target state is also offline. We'll see. Wait. Probably it will not bring it up. Okay. Looks like there is some problem. It is taking some time to bring up the ASM instance. Aura.asm, the state is offline. That means it is unable to bring up the ASM as well as the disk groups, data and redo. So we'll see what is causing this issue. So in order to check the issue, first you have to go to grid home. So cd $oracle_home. I set the environment to ASM, so my Oracle home will be set to grid home. In grid home, you will have a folder called as log. Okay, sorry. Not even log. I'm sorry. Just cd slash create app product 11 to O. Good.
లాక్డౌన్.
Something I'm missing here. లేదండి లాక్ కాదు. Yeah, diag. No. Great. App. Okay. cd oracle app diag asm asm. Okay, it's here. So you'll have it under base. Oracle base is here, Oracle app Oracle. Under Oracle base, DAG, and then ASM, place ASM, and place ASM. Probably I have it here. Let me check. Under trace, you'll have alert plus ASM.ora. So this is the file which will show me what caused the issue. But before doing that, if you check, the ASM is already up. No, okay. Looks like it's unable to bring it up still. I'll check it again. Okay, still it is offline, so something is wrong with ASM. So I'll open the alert log ASM. So even ASM will have alert log, and the folder will be Oracle base followed by diag. And if you want to go for RDBMS alert log, you'll go into RDBMS folder. That is the only difference. If you want to go for ASM, you have to go for ASM folder. And then ASM instance name, and then ASM database name, similar to that, and then trace. VA alert. Okay, Shift G. Okay, so no space left on the device. Instance shutdown complete. Alter disk group all dismount. Instance updated compatibility to 11.2.0 for group 1. Not all alterations performed. This is related to June 16th. So we'll see anything updated in June 22nd. So this is the June 22nd one. It is started the Oracle instance, but it said post wait create failed. OS system dependent operation segment failed with status 28. No space left on the device. This one is actually related to kernel parameter. One of the kernel parameters is not set properly. Or after the reboot, the kernel parameters were reset, I guess. So let us check the error in Oracle site. We'll see. I'll just search it in knowledge base. So even in the real time, you'll do the same thing. And here, we have to search for the error which we got. So the error which we got is SSKG something like that. So just copy this one also and search it here. We'll see. Will you get anything? Okay, looks like I got something here. Yeah. So this is what happened. Oracle not available, shared memory, no such file or directory. Yeah, this is what we got. No space left on the device, failure occurred. Okay. So the cause is
Okay.
SEMMNS is set to low. So one of the kernel parameters is set to low. So you have to change kernel.sem as 256.32.768 100 and 128. So these should be the values. So let us go ahead and check the kernel parameter values. So in the real time, if you get any errors, knowledge base is aware, you have to search.
Okay.
Minus root oracle slash etc slash sysctl.conf. This is a file where we'll have kernel parameters. So here kernel.sem. It should be 256, 3276, and 101, 228. So I'll copy this entry and I'll change entry here. Save and exit the file. And if you want to affect the if you want to make the changes affected, you have to run /sbin /cctl -p. Okay, now the changes are affected. I can see the semaphores 256, 32768. SCM is nothing but a semaphore actually. So these are the values. It's correct now.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Okay, so srvctl start ASM. I'm starting the ASM manually. It tried to start up the ASM, but it failed because of that kernel parameter. So I'm manually starting the ASM. Okay, now the ASM is started. Okay, redo disk group is offline, so we have to make it online. srvctl start disk group -g disk group name, which is dg_redo. So these are will start up a disk group. srvctl start disk group -g disk group name. యాక్చువల్గా ఆశీష్ నువ్వు ఆ క్లాస్లో మధ్యలో వెళ్ళిపోయినావు ఈ కమాండ్స్ చెప్పి యాక్చువల్గా. Okay, now I have everything online. ASM, listener, disk groups. Why not database? So the database is not present in the cluster. So let us go ahead and register the database into the cluster. We can also do that. But before doing that, first we'll migrate the database from local file system to ASM, and after that I'll add it to the cluster registry. So first set the environment to dev. No, test. Okay. SQL plus /SSDVA. అదేంటి దీంట్లో ఏమైనా దీంట్లో ఏం చేయలేదు కదా. ఓకే లేదా ఆర్కిల్ హోమ్ /tps. Oh yeah, I got the issue. /dev/shm 588 MB ఉంది. మీకు చెప్పాను నేను ఆటోమేటిక్ మెమరీ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఈ మౌంట్ పాయింట్ యూజ్ చేస్తుందని. ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ మౌంట్ పాయింట్ లో 588 MB ఉందండి.
ఓకే,
లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ కాదు, ఫస్ట్ లో చెప్పాను ఆర్కిల్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ లో. ఓకే యా చెప్పాను కదా. ఓకే, సో ఈ మౌంట్ పాయింట్ దానికి చూస్ చేస్తాము. ఇక్కడ అవైలబుల్ మెమరీ వచ్చేసి 588 MB ఉంది. 154 MB ఆల్రెడీ యూజ్డ్ ఉంది, 588 MB ఫ్రీ ఉందన్నమాట. సో దట్ ఈస్ కాజింగ్ ద ఇష్యూ యాక్చువల్లీ. సో లెట్ మీ షో యూ దట్. సో ద sp file test.ora. సో strings sp file test.ora pipe grep -i stands for ignore the case memory. Okay, memory target is set to 629 MB, but the amount of space available is 588 MB. So that is causing the issue. That is the reason why it said memory underscore target not supported on this system. So let me change the value.
Okay.
This 188 MB is being used by ASM. ASM will also have SGA and it is using 154 MB of SGA. So what we'll do, we'll change the 629 to 500 MB. So SQL plus slash SysDBA startup no mount.
Okay.
Will this work? It will not work because memory underscore target itself is not correct.
Yeah.
So what we have to do, create p file from sp file.
Next week.
Actually ఇది చెప్పా అనుకుంటా నేను అప్పుడు. Exit test.aura change memory underscore target. Yeah, I'll make it as 500 MB. SQL plus slash SysDBA create sp file from p file startup. పోరా మొత్తం పో షూ వేసుకొని దుమ్ము దుమ్ము ఉంటది. Okay. If you see here, select file underscore name from db underscore data underscore files. My data files are present in local file system, and select member from $log file. Sorry, select member from $log file. Even these are stored in slash database. So we'll see now how to convert this database from local file system to ASM file system. So before doing that, shut down the database, shut immediate. No. Yeah. Shut immediate. మరి అవును భయ్యా, మరి అంత ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎట్లా తిరుగుతాం భయ్యా, అక్కడ మొత్తం బయటే. స్టార్ట్అప్ నో మౌంట్. Here, okay, no. Alta database mount. Okay, let the database be in mounted mode. We'll do exit rman target slash. And remember, using rman also we can take cold backup. But the only thing is, we'll not shut down the database, we'll put the database in mount mode. If you want to take cold backup using rman, you have to put the database in mount mode. Can you guess what is the reason for that?
యూజర్స్ యాక్సెస్ లేకుండా ఉంటుంది.
లేదు అంటే డేటాబేస్ షట్ డౌన్ చేయొచ్చు కదా, మౌంట్లో ఎందుకు పెట్టాలనుకున్నాను. ఆర్మాన్ బ్యాకప్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ చేస్తుందండి?
ఫ్లాష్ రికవరీ ఏరియా.
బ్యాకప్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, బ్యాకప్ ఫైల్స్ కదా. క్యాటలాగ్ లేకపోతే కంట్రోల్ ఫైల్ కదా. కంట్రోల్ ఫైల్ లో బై డిఫాల్ట్ 7 days ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంటుంది, దానికంటే ఎక్కువ కావాలంటే క్యాటలాగ్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు కంట్రోల్ ఫైల్ యాక్సెస్ చేయాలి. అది ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే డేటా ఫైల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, రీడోలాగ్ ఫైల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, ఆర్కేలాగ్ ఫైల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, ఇట్ విల్ గెట్ ఇట్ ఫ్రమ్ కంట్రోల్ ఫైల్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. If you
Yeah.
remember the RMAN process which I told, first it will access the control file, it will get the information of data files, rdlog files. So that means RMAN should have access to control file, and it will get access whenever the database is in mount mode. So that is the reason why the database should be in mount mode if you want to go for a cold backup.
Okay.
Backup as copy, disk format. One second, అదే కమాండ్ అంతా గుర్తులేదు. కంప్యూటర్ ప్రాబ్లీ ఒక 20 minutes అండి ఇంకా.
Okay.
We can use RMAN to take the backup as backup set or as backup copy. Backup copy is nothing but it is similar to the CP command. It is just create an image of that file. But if you go for a backup set, it will only copy the used blocks. That is the reason, that is the difference between backup as copy and backup as backup set. Do you remember that?
Okay.
Okay. So now what I'm doing is like backup as copy database place data. This means it is copying the files from local file system to data as a backup.
Okay.
Database backup as copy database format plus data. I'm copying them to place data. But before doing that, yeah, that is correct. Backup as copy database format plus data. That's it. Okay. This will copy the data files. Data does not exist. Okay. Let us see. డేటానే కదా క్రియేట్. ఓ డీజీ అండర్ స్కోర్ డేటా. యా, దీంట్లో డీజీ అండర్ స్కోర్ డేటాని క్రియేట్ చేసాం.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you see here, the output file is dg underscore data followed by database name followed by data file. Okay. It is copying the control file backup also. Okay, the backup is completed. After that, what we have to do is like we have to exit from rman sql plus /sysdba set immediate startup no mount. Okay, alter system set control underscore files because I have to move the control files also to ASM. So I'm doing alter system set control underscore files is equal to plus data. That's it. I don't specify anything else. I'll just do alter system set control underscore files is equal to this one. Okay. A space scope equal to sp file. Yeah. Set immediate. Or else we can change it in the p file and we can create sp file. Startup no mount. Okay. Exit arm and target slash. Now I'll do restore control file. I'm not specifying anything here. I'm doing restore control file. So what it actually does is it will try to restore the control file to the destination what is specified in the parameter file. So in the parameter file, the control file destination is set to plus data. No, it's wrong. Wait. Plus data ledu. dg underscore data.
Diesel.
లేదు బే అంత ఎండింది వాడు చూస్తే అర్థమవుతలే. Now I'll do restore control file. But from where it has to restore the control file? The backup information itself is stored in the control file. So now it will not have access to control file. I started the database in no mount mode. So how will it get the backup information? So it cannot get the backup information. So you have to go into dg underscore data asmcmd. So control file ఎప్పుడు loss అయినా correct అయినా we have to specify from which location you want to restore the control file if you don't have the catalog. Okay, now here under test I have folder called as control file. Here I have the backup file. Okay, so what I'll do, restore control file from, I have to specify this location which is pwd
Okay.
paste slash this file name. So it will restore the control file into dg underscore data. Okay, the restoration is done. If I do ls here, okay, let me cd dot control file. Okay, looks like I don't have anything here. Output file is oracle home dbs dg underscore data. అబ్బా ప్లస్ పెట్టలేదు నేను ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, మళ్ళీ చేంజెస్ కొంచెం చూడండి మీరు కూడా. సిస్టమ్ సెట్
ప్లస్ కంపల్సరీ ఇవ్వాలా?
ప్లస్ కంపల్సరీ ఇవ్వాలి, లేకపోతే అది ఐఎస్ఎం హోమ్ తీసుకుంటాను, డిబి హోమ్ తీసుకుంటాను.
ఓకే.
Okay. Now the current control file is created in this location. Exit SQL plus slash sysdba. Oh no, arman target slash only. After that we have to do switch data file all. One second. Switch database to copy. Yeah. Switch database to copy. So whenever we issue this command, what it will does is like it will change the data file locations from local file system to ASM. So we have the backup as copy in ASM file system, right? So it will make the copy as the database files, and also it will update the entries in the control file. Still the control file entries will be pointing to the local file system. Control file will have the location of data files, and that will be pointing to the local file system. So in order to change that, we'll be using this command, switch database to copy. So this will switch the data files from local file system to ASM files, because the copy is present in ASM. Okay, we have to mount the database first. So SQL alter database mount, because it has to change the control file. So it needs access to the control file.
Yeah.
Switch database to copy. Data file 4 does not have recoverable copy. Users here. స్పేస్ లేదా దాంట్లో? Okay. Okay. Let me do list backup. I want to see whether the backup which is went in plus there. Sorry. List backup summary. Okay, see here, it is saying it is unable to find any backup information. So whatever the backup which we took into place data, it is not registered into the control file. Okay, so that is the reason why if I do list backup, it is not saying anything. In this case, I have to go for catalog, start with plus data. So manually we'll register the backup into
That's
the
the
control file. Yeah. Start with plus staging data. Yeah, yes, I have to catalog these files. So
Okay.
yes, now it is done. Switch database to copy. Okay, it's done. Exit from here. SQL plus slash SSTBA. Alter database. Open. Okay, as we reach to the control file, we have to go for
Yeah.
alter database open reset logs. So control file we place it on ASM. Data files we place it on ASM. The only files which are present in local file system are redo-log files.
Okay.
Okay, select member from v$log file. So how can we change this to ASM? redo-log groups extra redo-log groups create చేసి ASM కి పాయింట్ చేసి ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ redo-log groups ని డ్రాప్ చేసేయాలి.
Okay.
అది ఈజీ తెలుసు కదా. అర్థమైందండి. ఎక్స్ట్రా redo-log groups ASM లో క్రియేట్ చేయండి. ఇప్పుడు 3 గ్రూప్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, గ్రూప్ 4 గ్రూప్
Okay.
5 గ్రూప్ 6 అని చెప్పేసి ASM లో క్రియేట్ చేయండి.
Okay.
క్రియేట్ చేసి గ్రూప్ 1 2 3 ని డ్రాప్ చేసేసండి ఈ గ్రూప్ 1 2 3 ని.
Okay.
సో ASM కి పాయింట్ అయిపోతాయి.
Okay.
And the other thing is exit from here. SP ఫైల్ ఉంది కదా, SP ఫైల్ కూడా లోకల్ ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ నుంచి ASM లో ఉండాలి. సో వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఇస్ CP copy the file from local file system to ASM using CP command.
Okay.
Test.ora plus DG underscore data. Okay, so డేటా తర్వాత స్లాష్ ఇవ్వాలి.
Okay.
CP రావాలి. మళ్ళీ స్లాష్ వెళ్ళాలి. కరెక్టేనే. ఓకే, టెస్ట్ స్లాష్ ఓకే. SQL plus slash SHTPA create SP file equal to plus DG underscore data from SP file. ఇలా చేయొచ్చా మనం? చేయలేమన్నమాట. క్రియేట్ P file from SP file. Next, create SP file equal to plus DG underscore data from P file. So this will create the file in ASM. Done. Now shut the database. Exit ls minus ltr, remove the P file, remove the SP file also, create a P file here plus DG underscore data. Yeah, SP file location ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది. జస్ట్ ఇవ్వాలి ఆ టెస్ట్. యా, పారామీటర్ ఫైల్లో ఉంటుంది అది. So this is my file name.
Okay.
SP file equal to plus DG underscore data slash test slash parameter file slash. That's it. SQL plus slash SHTPA startup. ఆ రిటీలాగ్ ఫైల్స్ అయితే మీకు తెలుసు కదా. సో SP file is used and this is the location of SP file. After that, exit from here, do dot space or inv asm. We have to register the database into cluster. So I'll show you that. Status underscore stat -d. I don't have the database registered into the cluster. So to add the database into the cluster, the command will be srvctl add database -d test -o. We have to specify the Oracle home. So this is my Oracle home. Enter. This will add the database test into the cluster. crs underscore stat -t. Now I have the database. Initially it will be in the offline. Just to srvctl start database -d test. So these are we have to start the database. To start the ASM, the command is srvctl start ASM. But to start the database, it is database -d test.
Okay.
Here it will not start it actually. It will check whether the database is up and running. If it is up and running, it will just change the status from offline to online.
Okay.
So this completes migration from non-local to ASM file system. Okay. Then I'll wind up the class and I'll continue tomorrow.
Okay.
రేపు కంటిన్యూ చేయనా, మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకుంటే నేను నెక్స్ట్ వీకెండ్ స్టార్ట్ చేయనా. 2 టాపిక్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. డేటా గార్డ్ ఈజ్ ర్యాక్.
Okay.
దీనికి ఒక 4 hours కావాలి,
ఓకే.
ర్యాక్ ఒక 4 hours కావాలి. సో 2 classes ఉంటాయి. ఇంకా పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ట్యూనింగ్ ఇంకొక 1 class కావాలి. సో ఇప్పుడు మీకు రేపు చెప్పిన ఇది డేటా కాడ ఇది చెప్తే ఇది వీకెండ్ లో కంప్లీట్ అయిపోతుంది.
ఓకే. ఆశీష్, ఆర్ యూ ఓకే టుమారో? ఓకే.
సో నేను నెక్స్ట్ సాటర్డే తీసుకుంటాను క్లాస్ 4 hours. సండే రోజు
Yeah.
5 hours.
ఓకే.
ఓకే దెన్.
ఈ రోజు ఈ వీడియోస్ అప్లోడ్ చేయండి.
యా చేస్తాను, నేను అన్ని సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ కూడా అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను.
యా.
యా ఓకే దెన్ బాయ్.
థ్యాంక్స్ అండి.